State. Auburn won that one 20-14. Alabama had a bye week, and I know everybody's all excited about the big game next week between Alabama and LSU. Going to be a big ball game. Going to be a big ball game, but it's also going to be a big game right here in Troy, Alabama. We having our homecoming. That's right, Troy Trojans having a big homecoming. I pray I'm right about that. I'm just almost 100% sure that I am right about that. Have a lot of guests this morning on Truck Talk. We have Mr. Rushins from. He's here. He sells a soap all the time. We got him here. We're also gonna have Reed State. We're gonna talk about a lot of things this morning. We're gonna talk about this book that is made by our company. We're gonna talk about our paint can. Got a lot of good things to talk about this morning. So we're gonna take a commercial break and we'll be right back with our first guest on Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
And welcome back to Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. I'm joined here today by Marty Rushing. Good morning, sir. How
morning.
You doing?
I'm doing good. Good.
I was so excited when you called me Friday because I actually had forgotten. You said, what are we going to talk about? So we're going to talk about what you do. And you just told me something real interesting. What year was it when you started doing business?
1991.
1991.
That's exactly right.
And you've been supplying the soap ever since then?
Yep, we've been supplying the pressure washers and the drive-through products, all the chemicals they use to clean the exterior, and a lot of chemicals to clean the interior of the vehicles. We've been doing it since 1991.
So it would be safe for me to say that you believe that Wiley Sanders believes in a clean truck.
There's no doubt about it. That's no doubt. You know, in 1991, when we first got the customer base, we got Mr. Sanders' business, you know, they were doing everything pretty much by hand up at the old clean-out shop. You know, but with their thinking and their innovation, they wanted to go with automation because they knew the importance of how it was to clean the vehicles and the image that it displayed running up down the road, who they really were. A lot of people see the vehicles, but a lot of people may not see their corporate office. So they were one of the few companies in this part of the country that bought an automated drive-through that'll wash a tractor and trailer in 90 seconds from front door to back door.
And I tell you, when you talk about that wash rate, there's some mechanics that are so glad for that because that thing steams up. Well, you know how it operates. And it gets a lot of that grit out when they're doing brake shoes, when they're changing tires. I've heard the guys just talk about, you know, how glad they are with it. But when you talk about a clean truck and you're talking about it makes a statement, it makes a statement out on the road too, going through DOT checks and stuff.
Absolutely.
When they get up under that duck and it's sure enough really dirty, they're gonna find something.
Absolutely.
You know, because
no
they're
doubt.
mad. They
That's
thinking
right.
this guy's carrying this up and down the road. But when they crawl up on the one-hour trucks, we have very little trouble at Scales. Very
Exactly.
little
There's no doubt about it. It makes a big difference in the overall PM maintenance of the trucks. It makes a big difference in the image. But it's also something that we see being in the industry. It also is good for driver image too. You know, the drivers take more pride in the equipment that they run when it's cleaner, nicer, more modern, looks good. You know, it just seems to help from what we can hear through the industry.
You know, my boss, that's one thing about him, and my boss now, Mr. Steven Sanders, he's the same way as his daddy was about putting a clean product on the road. I started off on the wash rack. Started off really on the trash truck and advanced to the wash rack.
Congratulations.
And one of the things that would get you in trouble was being there on a Saturday morning and half wash that truck.
Listen,
That was a little before you came along with the
I
machine.
totally understand that.
And then you come on, and that just goes to show, you say they saw further down the road.
Great vision.
Great vision. It shows the vision we have. Now, do you realize this paint can, True Snap,
Really?
that's us.
I didn't know that.
I've been toting this binder around, and I'm excited this morning. I've been toting this binder around. Derek Thompson.
True
gave-
Snap.
Yeah, and we really created that snap. But now I'm gonna take it to a school with me today and just show people what we do. Right, you'd be surprised, but this is made right here in Troy, Alabama. I went to the can plant, called Mr. Campbell, Christopher Campbell, and he had them sitting at the door for me because I wanted to show them.
That's something.
And you know, you just talk about ideas and you talk
Vision.
about the soap and what. Look at this book. Everything here is recycled.
Really?
Recycle pen, recycle pages.
Well, that is nice, isn't it? Wow.
I picked that up Friday. I was looking for some stuff.
It's got a great feel to it.
It's all
It really,
recycled.
it's got a great feel to
It's
it.
all
A good
recycled.
look.
You know, the vision that the Sanders had, and to leave it here in this town is nothing but a blessing.
No doubt.
It's nothing but a blessing. It makes me feel proud to go places and say, hey, this is who I work for. This is what we do. This is what we can do.
Right.
You know, and it's just good to have all these things. And, you know, trucking is an industry. If you got it, the truck bought it.
That's right.
You know, all your chemicals and stuff.
That's right.
And I see your trucks. You keep your trucks clean. I know one of your drivers, real good friends, been and ride motorcycles together, Keith.
Yeah, Keith does a great job for us.
Yeah,
Keith's a good guy. Good
he's a
man.
good guy. You know, it's just good to work with people that you can talk to.
That's right.
And I want to commend you. I didn't have to talk you into this. I just asked you one time, and you said, let me look on my calendar.
Yeah, proud to do it. You know, Sanders folks are just great folks. I mean, you know, the one thing as we travel around and we deal with a lot of different companies in the eastern part of the United States. Yeah, we have a few thousand different customers, and the one thing I can say about Sanders is the fact that you see a lot of the same faces day in and day out. And when you walk in an organization, in my opinion, and you don't see a constant turnover help, that tells me that something's going right at the top. You got great leadership, great vision, and it's a great place to work.
And the people are being treated fairly.
Exactly.
And they want to work. there.
Exactly.
I got up and came to work this morning because I wanted to.
That's right. Absolutely.
I love what I
Exactly.
do. And, you know, all the years of seeing you come in and out there, you know, it lets you know that this is just a place to be. This is a place
Absolutely.
to work at. And, you know, clean trucks, you talk about having a good clean truck. Just think of the money that they put into that.
Oh, yeah.
Because still, even though we got your machine, it put nobody out of a job.
Nope. Nope.
It just
absolutely
added extra cleaning to the truck. It made their job easier. I know
That's
that
right.
made you feel good that you
Absolutely.
wasn't putting in a machine that was going
That's
to, take somebody's job.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's the theory was what I call the vision that they had was the number of vehicles that hit that lot at a certain amount of time. There was a process. Well, to keep them all clean and have them all consistently looking good, they were something they needed to be able to do it faster. It wasn't anything to do with trimming anybody out, trying to get rid of any. It was strictly about being able to get the sheer number of trucks they were on that lot done, so the whole fleet looks good at one time, not just a part of the fleet, because you could get them all done in such a fast-paced time. So
And
it's
not
that
only
vision they had.
that, those drivers, when they're there on a Saturday, if they knew you by name, they probably would call you, because you think 20 trucks waiting to go in the wash line would cause a guy to be there all day, because we're going to wash it for at least Troy.
Exactly.
So with your machine being there, those guys are out of there in a couple of hours, and they got a clean truck to ride up and down the road in. And they ain't lost their whole day, you know.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to be in Troy on a Saturday that drives a truck. And I tell people, just bear with us, trust the system, because everything we do is designed to help that driver. Buying that machine from you, if you look at longevity, it was for that driver.
Okay, no doubt
The
about it.
quicker it gets that driver out of, the better the equipment looks. But most of all, top priority was to get that driver out there, get him back on the road making money. If it's a weekend to go home, get him home to his family. And I see that you understand what we're trying to do there.
Absolutely.
How long you been in business?
My father started the business in 1979.
Okay, so you're like my boss.
Yeah.
His father we started in 1959. And I'm kind of been bragging about this. You know, we're moving and we're going.
It looks like.
And we're just saying that we're just going. We just started moving on. And I tell students, you're going to see me talk to some students here in a minute. But the one thing I'm so proud of, old folks say the apple don't fall far from the tree.
That's right.
Well, my boss must have fell right down the tree.
Slid down the bark, did he?
He just slid down the bark, because it's the same thing. It's just a higher
That's
level,
right.
just a higher, and we started moving on. We got our fertilizer plant going now, and I told people, when you see that steam coming out of there, that's just a good sign.
Something happening in it.
That's just good.
That's good.
You know, I'm into now where I'm not only selling Wiley Sanders truck line, but I'm selling our town.
Right.
When I talk to these young people that I'm going to talk to next, I'm going to try to get them to move to Troy.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I wanna get
Grow the
them-
community.
We got a good mayor, we got a good school, we got a college here. We got everything you want
That's
here
right.
in Troy.
A lot of good places to
Well,
work.
Marty,
Great
it's
job.
so
Great
good
job.
to talk to you, man.
too,
and
buddy.
You're welcome
You
to
too.
come back to my show.
Yes, I
anytime.
appreciate you. Appreciate you
Not so
having
much
me.
as my show, but Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Have a great day.
All right.
All right, buddy.
We're going to take a commercial back, and we're going to be right back with Reed State.
Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir. Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Welcome back to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Mr. Hawkins, how you doing, sir?
All right, thank you, sir.
And Mr. Nixon, how are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Did I scare you the last time? You come back this time and you bring your help with you. I mean, we aren't going to buy it. It is so glad to have, so good to have you guys here this morning.
Well, thankful to be here.
Had the chance of eating lunch with you one day. We're going to eat lunch again with you today. You had brought some students down, and me and Mr. Nixon here actually did a commercial, and boy, people talk about that. I have people that try to ask me, who is that tall man that you have to look up at?
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna get the question answered that everybody wants to know. Mr. Nixon, how tall are you?
I'm 6'8".
You're 6'8".
6 feet.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. Well, that's what I hear. But when they tell me that, all I tell them, I say, he's a man of God. He preacher. He's a
Absolutely.
preacher. That's why I like standing by him. It's good. Guys, you know, you get them ready for the road, and we take them. And y'all do a good job. Do a good job. You brought some students with you. How many students did y'all bring with you?
We brought 6 with us this morning.
Yeah. There any ladies in there?
Well, we have 3 ladies in the classroom, but we only brought 1 with us.
Oh.
2 of the others were a little camera shy, so
So
they're
they
not
didn't
with us
come.
today.
Let me
Absolutely.
tell you something. I was reading this article this morning. Well, I've been had it, but I read it again. And it says, it was talking about women getting into trucking. And a woman flocking to trucking. And one of the things I was reading in it, it was talking about because it was fair. You know, what you make them out, everybody makes the same.
Absolutely.
What benefits you have, everybody has the same.
That's right.
And this article was saying that was a lot of women, the reason they was doing that. And a lot of it is jobs of closing, you know, people be working somewhere and it closed down, and some programs they have, they'll assist you in going to truck driving school, which I think is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I go by these coffee shops and these little convenience stores, and I see these young guys just standing around there doing nothing. And I think, this guy don't know, man. He could go get him a CDL and have some big bucks.
Absolutely. Well, the industry has begun to recruit more females in the industry, and you'll find that females, in many cases, are more detailed individuals, and as a result of that, you know, they're very meticulous about what they do when it comes down to their responsibility in the trucking industry, and it has been advantageous to the industry to bring in females because they're very good drivers.
We got some, and nothing against our male drivers, because I love all our drivers. That's what I do, is take care of the drivers. But I'm going to say this. I got some ladies that can doggone sure get it done.
There you do.
I got some that can doggone. I don't want to get into name calling because I'll miss somebody. But all our ladies are top notch.
Yeah, wonderful.
And they train, and I got some when I be hand selecting the students, because I got some that are just, they hardcore.
Absolutely.
Sometimes in life, when something happens to you, and you got the right heart in you, you don't want it to happen to no one else. And I got some ladies that felt like when they first got into the industry, it wasn't quite right. And so they look out for their fellow ladies. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We take them, we take ladies, we provide the same benefits for them. We're glad to have them. And the automatic truck, are y'all working with that?
We don't have automatics at the present. We have 5 tractors and 5 trailers. We do have 2 48-footers that we train our students on, and then we have 3 53-footers that we train our students on. And that equipment is adequate for, you know, beginners, drivers, and most of them will start out in a 53-footer in the industry. But we try to get them ready as ready as possible in an 8-week span, you know, to be equipped for the industry. And Wiley Sanders, of course, and many of the other trucking companies out there.
Well, let me ask you this. When a student wanted to come to your school, if somebody's listening today and they say, well, you know, I like Reed State, I like the 2 instructors, I want to get involved, what would be their first process to do?
Well, the first process will be to just call the school. That number is 251-578-1313, and that extension is 101. My secretary is Miss Mixon. I'm Nixon and she's Mixon, of course. No relation, but absolutely. And she will guide them through the process as relates to what their needs are and what their expectations are, you know, to become a truck driver. Possibility for a student there at Reed State.
Now, is there certain enrolling times, or how do you do that?
We do an 8-week course, and
So
every
if it started
8 weeks.
this week, you'd have to wait till the 8 weeks.
Absolutely. If you were not in that 8-week course, then you would have to, you know, wait till the next 8 weeks to
8
get
weeks
your part.
to get joined now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's still time for someone to get in there and be ready by the first of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That'd be a
that's
great
time.
Christmas present.
It would. It would.
You know, I'm gonna see, can I get Truck Talk to sponsor a student?
Bless you.
Maybe we find somebody in Troy that wants this opportunity and get them in your class
That would be a blessing.
and help them.
That
You
would be a
know,
blessing.
that might be something for us to look into. You know, I got all my little items here this morning. You know, we talk about Wireless Sanders Truck Line. Did you know that this whole book is all remanufactured product?
Oh my God.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's very nice.
Jim DeBray get that to me Friday. He said, I got something I bet you ain't got. And And I've been showing it off this morning. I'm
Sure.
just excited about it. I mean, feel the paper and I'm gonna talk about some more stuff that we're into it. And why, you know, you
Very
look
nice.
at this town
It's nice.
That's nice.
and it fools you. You ever been on the playground and you see the little old bitty kid and you know, you picking teams, and nobody picks this kid. You know, well, when you get down to the last picking, you know, he gets in there anyway.
Right.
And come to find out, he's good. And everybody's like, oh, man, I should have picked him. That's how I feel about my town. It's small.
Right.
We get lost in the shuffle of Montgomery and Atlanta and all of that. But if you come here and look around, so I'm building myself up for my students. I'm building myself up. But if you come here and look around, see what Troy, Alabama has to offer. I'm not only selling wireless centers, I'm selling our town.
And
We have a great community. This is a great place to live and work and raise your kids and churches. I talked to you at dinner one day, and I could feel your spirit, the way you was just so warm with me. When I meet instructors like you guys, it makes me feel good, because they're a product of you.
Absolutely.
So when I meet guys that love the Lord and love their job and are serious about what they do, I want students from that school. Be from, like Mr. Nixon was talking, I want students from your school. I want students that I know have been told the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you guys, and I'm going to tell the students this too, but I'll say it now. When they take my road test, I'm not looking for them to be able to drive. I want them to be safe. Because I'm finna put them with a driver that's just going to get them to that next point. This first point is just a trial period. I need to know that you're safe. You're going down this road. You're not going to hurt nobody. Especially, I don't want you to hurt my driver that you're getting in with.
Absolutely.
And the rest will come. And I like to tell people that so they can program their minds and they don't be all nervous and scared. And when I got guys like you that I can relate my message that I want related to them, it makes it good.
Well, safety is a very important facet in truck driving, obviously, with the amount of equipment that is going down the road. However, Mr. Hawkins and I, we teach our students from a moralistic perspective to carry those values that their parents have given them for so many years, you know, into the industry. Respectability, things of that magnitude. And truck driving is just simply a technical skill that we try to perfect in that student. We will help that student to be a basic truck driver. They don't leave Reed State becoming a professional truck driver. They're simply just a basic operator of an 18-wheeler. Those things that are intangible stays with those students from now on when they exercise the morals and values and integrity, character. And so those are the things that we try to instill in students there at Reed State Technical College.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what. You get them to that stage, I'll put that professional on. That's why I step in and I'll put that professional. Just give me something to work with. Give me something to work with. We're going, sir, go ahead.
That's a good working relationship, and we do. We're very safe at Reed State. We are sure that our students, while they're in class, are safe, and when they learn that, they can take that lesson with them when they leave Reed State and come to you.
And you know, and that makes me feel good, because that's our #1 priority at Sanders. You got to realize that is a big piece of equipment. I have no trouble with the law saying you must be rested. You cannot have drugs in your system. You cannot have alcohol in your system. I'm all aboard for that.
Absolutely.
I just traveled to Atlanta this weekend and got up there and realized my granddaughter had some more company was going to spend the night. And I drove back, you know, but I was safe. I drove back and I drove the speed limit, but I wanted to know that everybody along with me was safe.
That's right.
We live in a world that safety and good people is just a good practice to have.
This is true.
It's just a good practice to have. And at Wireless Amos Truck Line, I will tell you this. Our safety director is David Nelson, and I guess I stay on the carpet because tickets and stuff like that, he don't turn his ear from them. He see it, and he tells me something, and I finally realizing I'm not afraid to grow and learn something. You can't teach if you can't be taught.
Absolutely.
And he tells me all the time, once we see it, we know it. You can't just erase it away. It's there. Or once a driver tells us something, we know it. And I think it took me a little while to get that, and I see you looking at me, but you'll get it. But once we see it,
That's right.
we know it.
That's the key.
Once the driver tells us, we
Absolutely.
know it. We can't get away from that, and we have to stay with that. But it's good talking. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to bring some of these good students up here, y'all got. They're not camera shy. They're not. Okay. Well, we're going to go to a commercial break. We finna see.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wiley Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Welcome back to Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You see, now I'm joined by some students from Reed State, and I want to turn around and just tell them, hey, guys, ladies, we thank you for coming. And they asked me, was I going to ask y'all something? I said, no, I'm going to tell them something. I want to tell you what we offer at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We offer a good place to work, a great truck driving job, competitive rates, and we do a lot of the young folks call it doing our own thing. Now this is what you call True Snap. It's a True Snap. It's a paint bucket that was made right here in Troy. That's why it's called True Snap. I got a binder that says True Snap. But we actually haul these out of Troy. They're not heavy. Haul them all over the world. To make this product, we have to have plastic. So we bring product back. So what I'm trying to say is, you don't sit with us. And when you don't sit, you make money. You guys know that. I'm sure your instructors have told you stuff like that. And I was showing off my book a while ago. We make paper. Everything in this here little book has been remanufactured. It was once plastic, or it was once something else, but it come through us. And you can just hand it around. It's just good to know that you're working for somebody that's sturdy. We've been in business since 1959. Your instructors will tell you about us. The bread is in, the proof is what in the pudding, they say?
In the pudding, absolutely.
The proof is in the pudding. Can I put you to work? Yes. Can I keep you busy? Yes. Can I get you home? Yes. Now, if I talk to, I don't know about you guys, but if I talk to 100 drivers today, 2 questions I would get. How much money I'm going to make, and when am I going to get home?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the questions.
And I love those, because like I said, you're going to make as much money as you want to make legally, You got to run legal.
That's right.
My next answer is I can bring you home twice a week and every weekend. I stand alone with that. When I say that, there's not trucking companies my size that can say that and offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k, a dental plan, and most of all, per diem.
Awesome.
And you know, the per diem program, I'm not ashamed. I told you can't teach if you can't be taught. Our per diem program is a great program. I had to keep reading that thing. I hope I bought one of them with me today. But it is a great program. And yeah, I got one. If you're working for a company and they're not offering you this, you're getting a bad deal. I'm going to stand out and say that. Let me tell you, this per diem, what it does is $100, say $100, say your first $100 of the day that you make, $63 of it will not be taxed, which increases your take-home pay, which does not penalize you in tax because this is what the government say we can give to you. That's a federal program. Only way you can have this program is you got to have a private provider. Again, that's what we went out and hired a private provider because it helps the driver.
That's right.
At the end of the year, you just push a button, go by the office and get your paperwork. So I want you to look at that when a company asks, is trying to hire you, and I don't call no company names, but anybody that's trying to hire you, you remember this per diem. You can just throw it out there and say, you know, I was talking to this guy and he was saying something about this per diem program, whatever. And I'm going to give you guys some of these. Each one of you will have one when you leave here. And you'll have one on our application. I'm going to tell another little joke on myself. I was in the office one day and I said, you know what? I'm going to carry me some applications. So when my drivers, if I get somebody, I can just sign them up right there. And the guy looks up at me and says, you got them with you. Well, now I think he's trying to be funny, you know, because he's always joking on me. I said, what do you mean? He said, they were Derek Thompson. He was like, I think it's on that application. You young folks will know about this. This little thing here. You can scan up application. I've been hauling them around all over the country. People say you need an application. I get you one. I get you one. You got one.
You have one.
You got one. And I thought that was really neat. Guys, I'm going to tell y'all, ladies, I want to tell y'all, if it's in trucking, we got it. We got APUs on our trucks. It's actually a device. Did you ever drive a truck? One of those?
I did. Absolutely.
It's a device that'll run your microwave. It'll run your TV. Just, it's a nice device. Your heater in the wintertime, your air conditioning in the summertime. It fixes where you don't be uncomfortable and have to listen to that noise. Now, me myself, I'm from the old school, I guess. I like the noise.
Well, yeah.
I have a straight pipe on mine and all. I love noise. Are y'all familiar with the automatics? I know they told me they didn't have automatics, but y'all have heard about the automatics. We have a lot of them. We're getting way into it, really into it.
Well, most companies are beginning to go to automatic, and they cut down on the stress for a driver. The driver don't have to concern themselves about a manual transmission and changing gears, you know, in the major cities, Chicago, LA, New York, so they can focus on just driving and controlling the vehicle, opposed to, you know, driving and trying to shift gears at every interval.
I'll tell you something else too. We had some drivers that go up to New Jersey, New York all the time. They've been with us a long time. And we had to actually promise them that they could get their truck back. We actually parked their truck. That'll happen. We actually parked their truck and they went up the road. All of them called back within the next day. You send that truck on, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this. So don't knock the automatic till you try it. Just put that gear and just sit back and ride. I think the first three you have control of. Another thing I like to talk about with us is that when you drive for Wireless Sanders, you're not just a number. You'll be personal with your dispatcher. You'll be personal with me. I'll be coming and check on you. I'll be calling you. I'll be sending you texts. we want to know what's going on. Are you happy? Because I want to provide what I tell you I provide. And if I don't do that, then I have not told you the truth, and I dare not sit here and tell you a lie. So if it don't work out like I say, call me. Call my hand on it. Say, you told me this. This is not happening.
That's right.
And I'm going to find out why, because the company I work for, we do it like we said we're going to do it. And we don't slip seat, and a lot of people love this. I didn't realize that a lot of companies was doing this, like when you come in, you get out, another guy gets in. We don't do that. If your truck number is 4808, that's your truck number, as long as you do your job with it. You off on the weekend, yes, you can take it home. If you take a week vacation, yes, you can keep it. Now, anything after that, now, I'm going to have to be looking, but I think that's pretty good. Because, you know, it takes more time. Once you get in your truck, that becomes your home. I hope you guys will realize this. This is like no other job you ever had.
That's right.
You know, this truck is your home, and it feeds your family. And I used to make a deal with my truck. I used to tell my truck, I used to rub the steering wheel, I'd be cleaning up. I say, you don't break down on me, and I'm going to take care of you.
All right.
And that seems funny, but if you take care of your equipment, it'll take care of you. It's just like your car. If you treat your car nice, and it'll last you a long time. You don't want your truck breaking down.
That's right.
Especially your driver error. Because that costs you what? Money. Money.
Absolutely.
Long as them wheels roll, you make money.
Absolutely.
I can send you out of here with a load of lead, and I can bring you back here with a load of batteries. So you can go right out and come right in. I'm looking for my lead bar, and I want to show you something else that we haul. And I had it, knowing me, I done put it up somewhere. But I just want to show you some of the things that we offer. And I don't have it with me, but it's a little bar about like that, and it's about that big. And we haul that out. Deliver that. A lot of places we go to, you load batteries right back. But we do haul other stuff. We have an over-the-road program. I didn't mention it, where you're home every other weekend. And we call it over the road. That's when you go. But let me tell you a little secret. I know a lot of guys that's over the road, and I see them every Friday. We got some sweet, they call them sweet cake loads. We got some loads right across the street over here in Henderson Black and Green. And sometimes them loads have 10, 15, 20 stops on them. We got a lot of our guys, they end up on the East Coast. They'll leave with one of them Sunday. They'll start delivering it. Pays $25 after the first drop. You're talking about 15 drops times 25. 900 miles, either anywhere you go up there, 900 to 1,000 miles. You load back. You back here Thursday. You do the same thing Sunday. You just, trucking is in your mind. You got to figure out what works for you. What works for Mr. Nixon might not work for me.
That's right.
You know, that might not work for me. Going to Kentucky may not work for you.
That's right.
You might not like that. But you figure out what works for you. Then you let your dispatcher know.
That's right.
Because we do a lot of the same stuff over and over. And I tell people over and over, we've got to sell them. So they got to be shipped.
That's right.
They got to be shipped.
That's right.
We got to make them. So product has to come back. Has to come back. And that's what I would call it, my crutch. That's my crutch. That's what I lean on. I'm going to have something to do when the other guys don't. When the other guys don't have nothing to do, I'm going to have something to do. Because if nothing else, I got to bring my product back.
Your own product.
I got to bring my own product. That is the word for it, Mr. Nixon.
That's your own product.
My own product.
Yeah,
my own thing.
That's right.
My own thing. And ma'am, I want to tell you, we're very lady friendly. We're very lady friendly. We got lady trainers. Our driver's lounge is set up. One part of it is for you, one part of it is for the guys. You know, we're going to be treated with the most highest of respect. I want you to know that we have a lot of ladies drive for us. And you heard me say it earlier. They top notch. They top notch. They top notch. I got some live in Dothan. I got some live in Troy. I think I got some live in Auburn. But we got them based around.
One of the things you just said is very important in the transportation industry.
Yes.
And that is having a load available.
Oh, yes.
so many times we are out on the road and we deliver to a Kosigi where we're supposed to deliver to, and then we wait 2 or 3 days waiting for a load to pick up to bring back.
And you're in trouble.
Yeah, and you're in trouble. The whole time you're sitting there, you're not making any money, you're spending money.
I was just
But,
about to say.
the time that I worked for Wiley Sanders, I did pick up those lead, backed up to the dock and lead and delivered them and brought back used batteries, broken batteries. And but I've always had a load with Wiley Sanders. When I've completed my load and contacted my dispatcher to see, you want this load? I'd say, I want this load. I'm here to work my job. And I've always been treated very well at Wiley Sanders.
You sit by me at lunch. You know, what you just said is just truth in the pudding. It's just what we was just sitting here going over and over. When I first started doing this, I was asked, what are you gonna talk about when you get done with this? Well, you never get done. There's always schools with new faces. We are always doing something. Do you know when a battery, and it amazes me, when a battery comes to Troy, Alabama, now it's the last stop. Let me tell you why. We take, I hate I ain't got my little lead bar. We take the lead out of it. We manufacture the lead.
That's right.
We take the plastic and we make the bucket. We take the liquid and we make fertilizer. I didn't know till about a year or two ago that the fertilizer was made out of acid, battery acid. I did not know that. I know if you put it on your yard, and now I see why all them brown spots in my yard, why I was a little too heavy on it. But that is, and you guys heard me, and ladies, y'all heard me talking, that I not only try to sell Wiley Sanders, I try to sell my time. If you're not saying that you're not happy, but maybe you're looking for a move. Maybe you want to change something. You got into truck driving, now you want to change something. Look at Troy, Alabama. Go around, look at the schools, look at the restaurant we're going to eat at today. Look at our university over there. My sister works over there. She's been over there about 20 years. I have to say it's a good place because she's kind of funny. She's kind of hard to deal with, so they kept her, so it must be a good school. And this town is building. And the money that's in this town, the people, the businesses are committed to this town. They're not going nowhere. These jobs are going to be here.
That's right.
I mean, we've been in business since 1959, and we started getting new equipment. We got new equipment on the yard now, brand new equipment. We started this change, and if it's something comes up in trucking, we get into it. When per diem came up, we got into it. We got into it. Boss said, hey, this is good for our driver.
Absolutely. And you have to be competitive, competitive in that industry. And to your point, Mr. Bennett, we have several of our students who are already working for Wiley Sanders, even as we speak. And we're very proud of the reports that we're getting back from Wiley. Many times your recruiter come by, Mr. Sean Page, who's very active in his environment. And so he comes by and he shares with us exactly what the students are doing, gives us a report to what their progresses are, and so we are very proud of what we've been able to do in a relationship with Wiley Sanders.
Sean, every recruiter has got their way of doing things, and Sean, oh man, I piggyback on him a lot. Some things he piggyback on me, but it shows a family togetherness. He called me this week. He was looking out for you. He know I be busy. He wanted to make sure I didn't forget Mr. Nixon.
That's him.
And I think that's doing your job.
Absolutely.
A lot of people will take it like he's trying to do my job. No. He's trying to make sure that I've got this said, because he told you that you're going to do this.
That's right.
And more or less, you're going to look at him than me. So
Precisely.
And it's good. But I want to tell these guys something else I want to talk to them about, man, ladies. I want to talk to them about your future. And let me tell you something. If God prolong his coming, you're going to get old.
That's right. This is true.
And you're going to need money. I'm just laying it out there. Our company matches, listen to me now, your gross pay, 4% of your gross pay. Wow. That's not what Uncle Sam touches. I kind of like to say, they touch it before they touch it. They let me touch it. So they matches that 4% cost. You got to put in 4%. If you put 2, they'll put 2. But I tell everybody, don't even think like that. You just started. You ain't got in a routine, so go ahead and sign up. Take the 4%. You put 4 with it. That's 8% a week you're saving. Truck driving pays good money. You get out there and you do a good job. This may not be your be all or do all. Let me say this to you. If you started with the state today, it would be 10 years before you be vested. If you start with Wallace Sanders today, 5 years you're vested. Well, you may say, you know what, I don't want to drive a truck all my life. I'm going to take mine and go. Be aware of the penalty, but you can take it and go. But it's something to look at every week that you work. And I tell people this, and you have to sit around and think about this, but Mr. Nixon will explain it to you when you get back. Y'all be riding back to Greenwood. Every week that you work and you're not in the 401k, you're throwing away 4% of your check every week. You're throwing away free money because you could get it by going down there and signing up for it. There's no hocus pocus. It just is what it is. And I try to tell everybody that I recruit, I encourage them to get into it. Because you never know what'll happen. You can't get this money out for hardships. And the reason I know this, I had to use it one time. But you don't want to touch it. You want to keep it till you get old and you need it when you retire. You know, nobody wants to work for the rest of their life. But I tell you what, driving a truck, we got some guys that are 75, 76. And they just love it. If you can't, and I stand strong when I say this, if you can't drive for us, you can't drive for nobody. Because it's so easy. It's so easy. That's not the heaviest thing we haul is lead. But the convenience of going here and coming back, and you can always get back to Troy. You can always get back this way. You can always, like he was telling you, he always had a load coming back. I heard you say something that was real interesting. You said when they called you and told you they had a load, did you want it? You always said yes, because you was there to do a job. That's all. You was there to do a job. Let me tell you something. Learn not to turn down loads. We're not going to force dispatch. But if you turn down loads, you're costing yourself money. Trust the system. Trust the system. The system is designed for you to make money. We're a big operation. Big operation. Without drivers, we're nothing.
Absolutely.
So we want you happy. We're going to make sure you make money. There's some people like me, there's some people like Sean, like Dale. There's some people that are going to make sure that you make money. But I want to thank all of y'all for coming. They're telling me it's almost time for us to get out of here. But I don't want to pass this opportunity up. You're on TV. You got your chance. You want to say something?
Absolutely.
You want to say something?
Yes, sir. Do y'all lease to own?
Yes, we do. No, we don't lease to own. You can buy your own truck. But we won't give you a truck to lease to own.
Yes, sir.
But we do take on lease truck.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm quite fine. You answered all my questions.
I answer all your questions. What about you, young lady? Huh? You good? Okay. Sir?
I was wondering at the end of the shift, like on the weekend that you were saying we would go home. I was wondering, would we have a designated area to park the truck, or would we be able to take the truck to our house?
You got a good question there. If you're home time and you got the truck at home, it's fine wherever you park it. Remember this. If you come up and you're stuck, we're going to take it out your check. So make sure it's in a safe place and it don't get stuck. Yes, sir. Okay. I want Mr. Nixon, thank you.
Yes, sir. My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank
It's
you.
always a pleasure.
Hey, that's good. I'm looking forward to sitting down and eating with you guys. We're going to this great restaurant in Troy, Alabama called Julia's. A buffet.
It's good food.
And we're going to eat till we get
It's
weak.
good food.
We're going to
It's
eat
good
till we
food.
get weak. I thank Reed State for coming this morning. I thank all of you for listening to us. I hope we said something about trucking that would help you if you decide to get into this industry. Until the next time, remember, if you can't say something nice about someone, then just don't say nothing. Truck Talk with Wallace Sanders Truck Line is for you. It's for you to put your programs on, to put your news feed, whatever you need to say about our community. Give me a call, contact me, and we'll get it done. Until next week, Hey, Truck Talk is bye-bye. Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir. Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wiley Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football.
Troy